Hi boys and girls, this is my first YouTube video, so just be patient with me. Today we're going to be making a special poetry craft where you will be able to write your poems and be able to display them creatively during our culture night. So to begin, you need 5 different pieces of paper, each one different color, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the first thing you're going to do is fold your paper in half. The best thing to do is make sure that you line up the corners and then crease. And I like to take my fingernail and crease right down the middle. Then I'm going to open it up and I'm going to fold it the other way horizontally, and I'm going to crease again once my fingers, my corners are lined up, not my fingers, but my corners are lined up. Okay, so now do you see how it is like a little cross here in the middle? I'm going to flip it over so that essentially it is coming up. The ridges are on the top. And then I'm going to make one fold diagonally. Now, here's what you're going to do with this one fold. Once I folded it diagonally, I just kind of popped it into the middle so it stood up like that. And then you can almost already see where it's going to just naturally fold in on top of each other. So I'll just fold it over this way. You just fold it down and in on those creases and then give it a good crease again all the way around so everything kind of gets evened out. Okay? We'll do another one. Ready? Fold in half. Open up. Fold in half again. Make sure your corners are lined up. Crease with a fingernail so that it gets nice and smooth. Open it up, flip it over so you can see like little mountain ridges, and then you're going to fold once on the diagonal. And same thing, line up your corners, use a finger to carefully crease. Then you're gonna open it up flat, and it kind of should pop into the middle. And when you pop it like that, let's just pretend these are the frog legs, curl in. We're gonna make a pretend frog here. You have to use your imagination. It's not exactly a frog, but. And you're going to set it aside. So once you get this done with all 5 of them, I'll show you the next step. Common problem, and that is that it's not really popping in the middle. And why is it not really popping? Well, because all the folds are going the same direction. So here's something just to foolproof, to make sure to check that you have all the right folds. The 2 horizontal folds need to be in the same direction, but the diagonal fold is going to go opposite. So you can see my ridges are here. So the ridge to the diagonal has to be folded in the opposite direction of the 2 horizontal. Okay, so now I have my 5 squares here. I need my glue stick, I need a bead, a string, and 2 covers, okay? So we're gonna pretend that these are frogs, just like I told you, and there's a mouth end to the frog, and there's a tuchus end to the frog, as Mrs. McCann likes to say. You just need to make sure that you can put them in any color order you want, but you need to make sure that all the mouths of the frog are lined up and all the tuchus ends of the frogs are lined up. Thank you, Mrs. McCann. Sometimes I say hinder, derriere. You get to choose bum, whatever you want to call it. We just don't go. All the mouths of the frogs are lined up. All the tuchus ends of the frogs are lined up. And what you're gonna do is just set it in a pile like this. And you are going to fold, just like a book, pretend that there's a binding here. You're just gonna fold it over and you're going to glue them together, oops, without the ribbon at this point. You're going to glue them together, making sure that you're still lining up the mouth and the tuchus. So I'm just simply flipping over and gluing each one, and you just put glue on the outside. Pretty soon you're gonna have some experts in the class who will be able to help you, and your teachers should all know how to do this as well. And line it up, making sure, remember that the tuchus ends are the same, the mouth ends are all the same. Don't do a lot of turning this around because otherwise you'll get confused. So just keep it together, very close, the piles, because then you can just simply flip it over one on top of the other. Notice, here I go with my flip. Okay, oh, that's not lined up, so I want the more carefully I can line them up exactly one on top of the other, the better it's gonna look when it opens up at the end, okay? Next one, make sure that my mouth end and the hinder are lined up just like this. Okay, now you have the hardest part of this poetry book done. This is going to be like the frog tongue. And what you're going to do is you are going to glue the outside of your book, and you're going to lay the frog tongue down. Like, it doesn't even have to be the whole way across. It can be just halfway across. And lay a cover. It's a little harder, like cardstock type paper, on top. Flip it to the back side. Note where the mouth of the frog is, and again, put glue all over the outside, and then lay that down on top and put your cover on top this way. Now, you're going to string a bead through here, and you're just gonna have to pinch it off tight and thread it through. Once it comes through the other side, if you don't know how to tie a knot on the end, your teacher probably does. Probably is the key. Some teachers do. I'm kidding, all the teachers do. And it might need a second little knot, just in case, okay? And then there's magic about to happen, but I'm gonna let your teacher show you the magic. Good luck.